Blood doesn't matter. Who cares if you have Jewish blood? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No, I agree. I don't
Isn't it?
care. I follow Torah and I shomer Shabbat. I follow Hashem. I try to keep as much mitzvot according to Jews and the rabbis. Halachically, I don't have to. I'm not a Jew, but in my heart, I feel like I am, and that's why I am.
Okay, so I think that you should be keeping Torah. And where you are nowadays, religiously, you have to keep Torah. I mean, just to kind of piss more rabbis off. And I could back it up, by the way.
How
When a
so?
rabbi says that halachically you don't have to keep Torah because your mother's not Jewish, all they're saying is that the Sanhedrin cannot harm you, assuming we had a Sanhedrin and we were living in biblical Israel, that the Sanhedrin can harm you for violating the Sabbath. That's all they're saying. The Rambam specifically writes in the first parak of Hilchos Mamrim, anybody who is convinced that the Torah is true not only should be keeping Torah laws, should also be keeping rabbinic laws. Because as the Rambam teaches, that the Torah commands us to keep the rulings of the Sanhedrin. The Torah does. So if the Torah
Actually saying that I'm at an advantage because I can keep the Torah, but I don't have to keep the oral, the Torah Shebel Bel Peh.
Why?
Is that what you're saying?
No, you have to keep it. If you're convinced it's true, between you and God, you have to keep it.
No. Why does he have to keep Torah Shabbat Peh, he's saying? I think he should be keeping like the Karaite way, and if he converts, then he keeps the rabbinic thing. Because what you're converting to is to rabbinic tradition. You're not converting to Torah. Torah's already there. You're
What I don't
converting to
understand
rabbinic
is why.
tradition.
So it's the first halacha in Hilchos Mamrim, right? Where so Hilchos Mamrim starts, Beis Din Agaldo, Sher B'Yerushalayim, Kam Iker Torah Shebal Peh, and here it says in the bottom, whoever believes in Moses and in his Torah, right? That's you, right? I mean, you believe in Moses and you believe in his Torah, is
Correct.
obligated to make all of his religious acts depend on this court and rely on them.
But he doesn't live in the land of Israel. He doesn't live
I
under
know.
Sanhedrin.
There are no halachic consequences for him not keeping
Right.
it. I'm saying between him and God. If
Right.
you believe the Torah is true, right, then according to Maimonides, he believes Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 11, where it says, you shall do according to the laws which they shall instruct you, that this is a positive commandment. If you believe the Torah is true, that command obligates you to keep the oral law as well, including the written law. Not from a halachic perspective. Halachic perspective just means that the court can put you to death for it, or could punish you like for breaking laws. But between you and God, which is the covenant, more importantly, if you believe in the God of the Torah, you have to keep rabbinic and like the written law.
I still disagree. I don't see why he would keep rabbinic tradition before conversion.
It's here. Okay, I'm quoting the Rambam. Right.
I understand. I understand the quote. I don't understand the principle. It logically doesn't make sense. Like keeping Torah, I get it. But rabbinic tradition is a tradition of a tribe. Until you join the tribe, why would you keep the traditions of the tribe?
Well, the whole Torah, I mean, is the traditions of the tribe also.
No, the Torah is a law that God gave everybody.
I know, yeah, but he gave it through the tribe. Like just like the oral law came through the tribe. So regardless, it's going through the tribe either way.
Right, but you're saying that if I convert, you're saying that, I mean, if I'm part of Am Yisrael, then I'm held to the ordinances of the Sanhedrin, right?
No. Okay.
No?
Okay. If there's a Sanhedrin, that Sanhedrin will not punish you as someone who has not converted for violating the Sabbath or whatever, mixing wool and linen or whatever. They won't punish you because you never made a public declaration that you are now part of the Jewish people. And that's what conversion is. It's essentially a public declaration. The Rambam writes, the Supreme Sanhedrin in Jerusalem are the essence of the oral law. They are the pillars of instruction from whom statutes and judgments issue forth for the entire Jewish people. Fine. Concerning them, the Torah promises, right, concerning the Sanhedrin, Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 11, you shall do according to the laws which they shall instruct you. This is a positive commandment. Then he says, whoever believes, I mean, this has nothing to do with formally converting. whoever believes in Moses and his Torah, right, the Torah that we just read, Deuteronomy chapter 17, is obligated to make all of his religious acts dependent on this court and rely on them. And the Rambam doubles down on this, I think, like in Hilchot Melachim chapter 11. He says that a Gentile could even keep Shabbat if he wanted to, as long as he keeps it the way we keep it. Because the only way to properly understand Torah observance is the way the court told us to understand it, whether you're a Jew or a Gentile. The difference is a Gentile will not be punished for not keeping those laws. However, if a Gentile makes any attempt to keep Torah laws, he must keep it the way we understand it because of this verse. Now, a Karaite will say that this verse is not talking about this. I'm just telling you, according to Maimonides, everybody in the Orthodox world claims to go by Maimonides, but they violate this because they'll tell Gentiles to break the Sabbath when the Gentile is on a conversion process. But this is, I mean, it's a thing.